Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully complete our, that is the questions, right? That is answer and questions part here. Now this part also totally dynamic. From to this backend, we can able to manage this information. How to do this work, I hope it's very clear to you. Now in this video, I want to work for our another most interactive things, like here they have some of the one of the image, they have one of the title, they have one of the descriptions. Now that is all that informations. Now I want to update from to this our front end. So that will be just like that our slider. Into the slider area, I have already done that. Our title part, our description part, but image, actually if you want to change that image, we have to change it from to this our backend. Right, I have already done this step upon of the setup in our slider, but now in that position I want to manage everything. I want to manage that our title, description and image, everything I want to manage it from to this our front end. So here from to the front end, I will update this information, and this information will be updated in our one of the database table. Okay, now let's do that work. For doing this, first of all, I want to create another new table. Here, if I want to create this table, I want to go to that our project. Right now, better I want to close everything. Okay, I want to close everything. And now I want to create another new model. I make it as a clear. And now I want to create it as a PHP artisan. And then the make model. And I want to create another new model by the name as apps. Okay, I name it as a app. And then at the time I want to create on the new migrations table. Now click as enter. Now that should be created two of these things. One is the model is created and migrations table is created. And now I want to go back to that our migration first, and in here that will be actually three of this field. I want to do and to simply take it. I better copy it from here, and now in our app, that is a apps folder, that means apps table. In here I want to do and to define it, and that will be as a three of this field. Okay, one I want to take it as a title, another one I take it as a image, and also another one that will be as a description. All right, so that is a title, a description and the image. Great. So now there is a three field will be enough, and all that field I make it as a nullable. And now our next job will be our, that is the app, that should be as a protected guarded. That means all that our field for this app, that will be as a nullable, that means fillable, right? Here I successfully update these things also in here. We have done it multiple time. Now I click as a save all, and now here I want to run it as a PHP artisan migrate. When you run it, there is a new database table is created successfully as a apps. I want to go to that our database. If you refresh it, there is a new one is added as a apps, and in here only we have to update this information. So we don't need to insert the multiple data. So here I want to insert one of the demo data. So I make it as an insert. Here I put some of the title, I put some of the image, and that will be as a description. Now I want to click as a go, and now that is our ID that is a one default one, and that is a title, an image and description. So here in particular that positions, now I want to update it. Right, so that will be our job. So for doing this, I want to actually update in two different way. One, that will be updated our, that is the title and descriptions. Another will be updated our, that is the image. Okay, so now I want to find out our appropriate this file location. So here, if you want to find out it, we have to do, I remove it, and in our app controller here, I will also, I want to manage it from to the same page. So now better I want to load that our model. Our model name, I have already used it by the name as app. Now that will be our app model. Here I simply support it. Okay, so now I want to find out our file locations, that is in our view. So I want to go to that our home, in our home layout, and that is the page as a I have actually named it by the which name. If you go, that is a clarify, feature, and get all data, review, maybe get all data. Here actually this is not that our get all data, so that is actually the things as we start a new level of the money management. So I want to find out it. Here there is the name as apps, right? So there is apps, and you can see there is start a new level of money management. So now here we have to work. So for doing this, first of all, I want to get this our specific one ID related data. So in particular that area, I want to call one of the PHP blog. PHP started, PHP is ended, and here I take one of the variable. I just name it as a apps, and apps will be our app model. and that means app folder, and then the models folder, and then that will be as a apps. And here I want to find it. I want to find our OneID related data, so that will be our OneID. And now also here we have to remember, but I want to open it with our another tab. Okay, here I want to open it because of all right now there is the information that will be also needed. Here I want to better open it into this area, and now in here that is actually our image size, that should be as a 3.0.6 and 4.8.1, and that is our another part. So first of all I want to complete our this part. So if you want to do this work, we have to do that is actually the images, and that is our title, and that is our another part. So that will be just like that our slider. If you go to that our slider, and from to the slider I want to get some of the references that I have already done this job before, like that will be one of the ID, and that is our contain, right? So that is a contain data, auth check, and data ID, where I want to copy everything from here. And now I want to go to that our app, and into this app area, that is actually our title, right? So that is actually one of the title, and that is our description. So now both of this here we have to update. So now I want to do that is our h2. Okay, into this h2 area I want to paste it, and also another one here I want to paste it. So first of all I want to display this data. I don't want to display that our static data. Here I want to show it. I can show it throughout this our apps, right? So better I copy it. Now in our h2 area I want to show this, that will be the app, and with these apps I want to display that our title. Okay, better I want to put some of the gap, then that will be easy for you. And that is our p tag also, that will be the same. Here I want to copy it, that will be our app, and with this app I want to display that our field name as a description, or a pt1 description. Okay, so now there is a two of this, but I want to take it a little bit left side right now. Now that is in our left side. Perfect. So I hope you already understand these things. I have already done this type of work multiple times. Now there is a apps. With these apps it should be display our description. With these apps that should be displayed that our title. And here we have to pass that our ID. ID will be with these apps. I want to pass that our apps ID. That means our OneID related data. Here I pass it. So now if you want to check it, our both of these our current data, that should be get. I click as a save all. And now if you refresh it, now that should be get this data from here, because here I have already inserted the title and description. And sorry, is getting one of the error as a apps model is not found. Why? I want to check it. I do understand that is not the apps, that will be actually app, right? Here if you go, that is actually our app model. Here if you go to that our model name, you can see our model name as the app. So now I'm going to access that our model name as a app, click as a save all. And now if you go, I want to refresh it again. Now that is successfully loaded, and here you can see that is successfully display our title, and also it successfully display our description. Great. So now our logic is also happening. I have already updated that our ID as a slider ID. So here I want to change it, which I have already done it before. For our features, maybe I have done it. Like here I want to use that another class. Okay, we use that class, and class also I want to use it in here. So that will be by the name. I want to use it as a edit. Okay, I name it as editable. Editable will be for the title, and that will be our contain. Editable will be as an authenticated user can only able to update it, rather than that will be not executed. And data area, that will be our apps ID, and that will be display our apps title. And same things I want to also use it in here. So that will be, I want to paste it. Now that will be our editable. Editable will be for the description, descript1 description. Okay, so here I simply updated two of this. One is the editable title, another is the editable description, and rest of everything will be same. Here that will be display our apps description, which is fine. And for the image, I also want to first of all, that is actually our image tag, and into this image tag area, our current image, if you want to visible it, in that case I want to use that our image, one of the ID, and this ID I name it as the app image. Okay, I name it as an app image, and into this src here, that will be as an asset. And right now I want to show that our current image, so that will be with our app right? With this app, our field name for the image, I have a name it here as a image, right? So now that should be as an image. I name it as an image, and then here rest of everything will be same. Okay, here everything will be same, and I want to use some of the style, in particular that position, that will be the style. And style, I want to use it as a cursor. Cursor will be as a pointer. Okay, and then I want to use that our wide, WID TH, right? So that will be the wide. I want to make it as a 100%. That will be the 100%, and then maximum wide. Okay, maximum wide I want to make it as a 300. I make it as a 300 pixel. Here I simply updated one of the style for this, and now after that here I want to put one of the condition, one of the if condition, and into this condition area with our auth, that means authenticated user, which will be check it. So that will be checked. Okay, with this check function I want to call it. With this check function I will check it. If this authenticated user is logged in, then that will be added on of the input field. So I make it as the input, and input will be started input. I want to add it, and into this input area here I want to pass our input type. Type will be one of the file type, and then I want to pass one of the ID as a upload. Okay, upload image. Now this type of the ID I want to pass it, and here I put the style, and in this style I want to make it as a display. Okay, display will be as a none. That means that will be display will be as a none. That means this is our input file that should be not display. Okay, means but here that will be executed when this user will be authenticated throughout this auth. That will be check it. If this user is authenticated, if this user is logging, only this button, that means this input field will be executed. Great. And also I pass one of the image upload image ID, and here for the image I use it as a app image. Now if you click as a save all, now that should be not display our image, because right now I don't have any image in here. If you refresh it, now that should be sorry, it's getting another issue as the image does not exist. Why? If you go that is our auth, and that is app asset, app, and the image, right? Image means here if you go, I have use it. If you go to our field name is as a image IMSZE. So that is a IMSZE image. Oh, I understand that is actually a variable name as the apps, right? Not the app. So that will be the apps. With these apps I want to access that our image. Now click as a save all. Now that should be fine. I want to go here, I want to refresh it. Now that is fine, and now if you go, that is now successfully visible everything, but our image is not visible because in my database they have the no image. So now we have to update this information, right? That means now we have to work with this our script. Now better I want to continue this process. In our next video I will implement it that our script, and throughout this our classes ID as a editable title, editable that is the description, and also the image. Now everything I will handle it throughout the JavaScript. So how to do this work, better I want to continue this process. In our next video, step by step I will solve this. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully working in our apps, and here I have already updated that our image, and that is also updated that our editable title, and also the description, right? We are now working in particular that area. So here first of all I want to get that our editable title related JavaScript here, which I have already done it. I hope you already remember. If you go to that our home layout, and into this home layout, if you go to that our usability, and into this usability, that is the script I want to take it, because here also I have used it as editable title, this type of one of the functionality. Now I want to go to that our home layout and usability and blade. From here actually I copy the total script. Okay, completely our total script I want to copy it. That will be related like this. Here I copy everything, and now I want to go back to that our app, and that is our app blade, and in here after that last one, that is a love section, and after that section I want to add it. Okay, great. So now one by one I will update it. Like that is our meta CSRF token, that will be just like that same. Documents, that will be as a add event listener, everything will be same. Function name also I'm using the same function with the element, and that will be our name will be, I name it as a app. Okay, that will be as a app ID, and elemented our dataset ID. Field will be the same. Class name, that is a content I name it as a editable title. Right here, if you go to that our top, I name it as editable title. Another one is editable description. Great. Here I also added that things like that way. So now that will be fine. Our editable title will be our field name as a title or the description. That is a new value will be also the same. Now I will create another new one for update this or two of this information as a title and description. I want to create another new one as a update. Okay, update app. Okay, I name it as update app, and that will be our app ID. Here I want to pass that our ID. Method will be post, header, everything will be just like that same. And also the success, catch, everything will be same, and auto save enter key, that will be also the same. Here we don't need to change anything. Okay, here after that, and that will be our auto save focusing will be the same as a document. Our query all will be editable title, and then another one as a dot editable description, and then that will be as a our for each will be our EL, add event listener. So everything will be just like that same. Okay, here we don't need to change anything. Now throughout this we can handle it. So now that's all. Here I want to first of all complete this part. Like that will be as an update app. Now I want to create it. I want to go to that our web.php. Like in our home, or rather than you can also create another new one. I better paste it. Now only I want to take that name. That will be our name. Name will be update app, and also that have one of the ID. I want to update it. We don't need that our name route here only. That will be our URL. URL will be as a update app, and then that will be one of the ID. Here I simply take that ID, and that will be one of the post method. Okay, I just added that our post method, and then I want to create on the new method. Method name I name it as a update. Okay, update app apps. Now this type of one of the method I want to create this method in our home controller. I want to go to that our home controller, and into this home controller, if you go to that our last area here, I have already done the similar things. I want to do and to find out it. That is the our API related everything. I have also used it. If you go, and I have used it by the name as an update connection, right? You can see there is that will be just like that same, but I want to copy this method. I copy it as an update connect, that I have already done it in particular that area. Okay, that means here in particular for this one I have already done this type of one of the job, and now I'm already logged out, or I want to logged in. If you refresh it, I'm logged out. You can see that will be actually at the admin. User. I want to logged in. So as a user at gmail.com. Password. I want to logged in. Now click as a logged in. Now I'm successfully logged in, and here that is should be as a dashboard. Now if you refresh it, that is dashboard. You can see before I have already done the same things for that our connection. So that is actually the same logic. I want to now apply it in here. So that is the reasons I want to do. I want to better copy it. That is update connection. I copy it, and now here after that I want to paste it. So here I name it by the name as a update. Okay, update apps. I copy it. Now that will be the name. Our method name will be as a update apps, and that will be the request, and then I name it as apps. Okay, apps will be our model name. Our model name here, if you go, our model name I name it as app. So now I copy it. Now here after that I want to use it by the name as an app, and this app that will be find or fail with the ID, and then that will be our app will be update, our requested file will be title, and then the description, and rest of everything will be same. Great. So now that should be work. If you now click as a save all, and now I want to go to that our page, and before going I want to make it as a PHP addition optimize running successful. So now that is successfully running. I want to go back to that our project, and in here I want to refresh it, and now I want to check it that is successfully updated, or both of these data or not. Here if you go, that should be also updated. I want to also check it in our inspect. If you go to our console, I want to make it as a 1 or 2 click it. That is updated successful. I make it as a description 2 select it. That is description updated successfully. Okay. So now that means here if you refresh it, there is a title updated, description is updated. Great. So here I want to actually use that appropriate this type of one of the design. So I copy it, and now in here I want to update. That is our title. That will be updated, perfectly updated, and that will be our description. I copy it, and now that will be here. I want to update it like this one. Okay, now that's it, perfect. So now that both of these data that should be updated. If you refresh it, that is successfully updated that our title, successfully updated our description. Okay friend, I hope the concept is very clear because we have done the similar things before. Now that is successfully updated. Still now if you refresh this page, that will be always the same data. Great. Now here I want to work for our image, right? So now I want to create another functionality. I want to go back to that our app, that is our app blade. And into this app blade, I want to do here after that. Okay, here after that I put some of the note for you. That will be for the image. That will be the image uploaded. Okay, uploaded function start. Okay, start. So that is our image uploaded start functionality. I want to execute from here. So now first of all I want to take one of the variable. I just name it as image element. element. Okay, image element will be our document, and then I want to call it on the another function as a get element, element by id. Okay, get element by id. Here I want to access that our id that I have already added for that our image. And if you go to that our top here, that is part is successfully updated. Now we have to work in particular this image. Okay, so here we have to work. So that is actually our image. I put one of the ID name as a app image, and also in our input field area I put another ID name as a upload image. Now first of all I want to take that our app image. I copy it. Now here I want to take it. And also I want to do the same things with our another variable. Here I copy it and I paste it. Now I name that another one as a upload. Okay, upload input. And upload input will be document get element by id, and here that is the id. I have already defined it for the images as a upload image. I want to simply copy it. Now that will be here as a upload image, and then I want to load that up. That is our image element, and into this image element I want to add that our add event listener. And into this add event listener, what type of event that will be execute? Like that will be one of the click execute. That means when you click it, then that will be execute one of the function. I call that our function. Okay, so that actually our function. Great. So into this function area, I want to check that our authenticated user. So I make it one of the auth. Okay, that is the if condition. If condition is started, if condition is ended. Here I want to check it our auth with this auth. That will be actually check. So that will be check, and I want to call that our check function. And in here I want to use that is the upload input that I have already take it by this our upload input image, right? So that is actually ID. I take it with this upload image. Here that will be called one of the click methods. So that will be as a click click method. Okay, here I want to add it as a click. That means when this user will be authenticated, then in our upload input area, this click event that should be executed. Okay, here I simply update this functionality, and then I want to add these things. That means when you upload, what exactly that will be changes. In our upload input area, I want to add that another add event listener. In here I want to use another our listener that will be as a change. Okay, change will be another function will be executed. So that will be another function. Here I simply loaded this function. So that is our function. So in function area, first of all I want to take another variable as a let variable. I name it as a file, and this file will be our this, and with this that will be our files. Okay, files files, zero index data. That means first index array data. I want to take it, and then I want to use another condition also, like as if there have no file. Okay, if there have not any file, that is a not file, then that will be returned directly. So I make it as a returned. Okay, So now that is fine, and here after that we have to upload that our image system. So I want to do here after that, I want to take another variable and I just name it as a form. Okay, that will be the form data, and form data will be on to create on the new instance. That will be the new, and then form data instance. I want to simply load it. That will be as a form data. Okay, here I want to load this our form data new instance like here. So now into this our form data, okay, that will be the form, and that is our form data. So into this form data area here, I want to append, call that append method. So that will be as append, and into this append method, I will load that our field name as image, right? Here, if you go to our database field name for this one as image. Now that is our image, and into this image area here, I will pass that our file, whatever the image you will be selected. So that is the file. I simply pass it in here. Okay, and now after that I want to append another data in our form. Into this form data area, I want to append, that will be as a append. I want to append our another token. So here also we have to pass that our token. So that will be the underline, and I just name it as a token. That will be the token, and into this token area I want to call that our documents. That will be the documents, and then the query selector, now we have to call it, that is a query selector, and into this query selector area, that will be the same that I have done before, that is a metadata. So that is a meta, and meta will be which one? Meta will be our name. Okay, name will be as a CSRF token, so I make it as a CSRF, and then the token. Okay, that is a metadata CSRF token, which I have already loaded in here. Now that will be our CSRF token. Now after that, here I want to call it, that will be our attribute. So that will be the get our attribute, and get attribute will be our contain, right? So that will be our contain. So I make it as a contain. Great. So that is actually our CSRF token. I hope you remembered here before I have already loaded one of that is a name, and also there is a contain area. I pass that our CSRF token. So now here I simply take it in particular that area, which is fine. So now after that we have to fetch this data. So our fetch data will be same here. If you go, I want to that is actually our fetch data method. Okay, so that is actually our fetch data related everything. We have to now call it like that way. I want to simply take it. I want to load it our fetch data. So here after that I want to name it as a fetch. That will be as a fetch. Our route will be which one? Like as a upload. Okay, either then I make it as update app image, and also here I pass one of the ID is our one ID. So I pass that as a one ID directly in here. Okay, so that is actually our ID. I want to use it, and then our method here we have to add it. That will be as a method, and method will be obviously one of the post method. I name it as a post method, and our body. Okay, that will be as a body property area. Here I want to pass that our form data. Okay, that is actually our form data that I have already append our images, and now that is the body area. I pass that our form data. Great, and then response data, and everything will be same. If you go to our previous one as a usability, and from here actually you can also copy it. Like as a then response will be JSON, and then there is data that will be also the same. Okay, here I want to better take it. I copy it. Now that will be here. After that I want to call it our then that is a response will be as a response data, and then if this is any data, so here if you select it, and that is actually our another data, and there is a cache error here, better I want to copy it. Okay, I copy total things from here, and now in particular that area, after that I want to pass it our data. Then data will be our data success, that will be displayed. If you want to display these informations like that, here you can also display it. That will be our image element, and into this image element will be another src element, and this src will be our data and data image URL. Okay, image underscore URL. So this image URL that should be display, and then that will be our console log. Console log will be our display one of the message as a image. Okay, image updated successfully, and that is the error. If there have any error, that should be display this error. Okay, so friend, that's all you have to do. So that's all. Now we have to create we have to create our, that is the method. Okay, here that is the method we have to now create. That means that is actually our new route as a fast route, as a update app image as a one. So that is the route we have to create. So better I want to do and to create this our in our web.php. I want to copy it and then here I paste it. Our name will be in here. I name it as update app image with the ID. So now that will be same as a update app image with the ID. I name it as update app image. Now this type of one of the method we have to create in our home controller. So now better I want to continue this process. In our next video, I will create this method as a update app image method in our home controller. Okay, so thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully created one of the new route as a update app image the ID, and then in our web.php I have created that route as a post method, and method name will be as a update app image. Now that is the method I want to create in our home controller. Now if you go to our home controller, so that will be just like our image uploaded system that I have already done it multiple times. So now first of all I want to create this method that will be the public, and then the function, and our method name will be as a update app image, and that is one of the post methods. So here obviously we have to get this our data. We have to get that our requested data, so that will be as a request. Okay, request, request will be as a $request, and then also that should be one of the ID. Here I simply take it. So first of all I want to find out that our ID. So I take one of the variable. Okay, I take one of the variable as the apps, and then that will be our app model, and that is the model I have already loaded, and that is actually our app model. And into this app model area, that will be find our ID. So that will be with the find. Okay, with the find or fail. Okay, that will be as a find or fail, and now throughout this that will be get that that is the requested ID, and that is the requested ID. I simply take it. Great. And now after that the image functionality. So image functionality I have already done it in our review. If you go to our review controller, so into the review controller, if you go to our store review, so that will be actually just like the same things. Okay, here the same logic I want to apply. If you select it, that is started, that is ended, where I want to copy it. Okay, I copy the total things from here. I copy it, and now from to our review controller, there is a review controller is to review. Here I have already uploaded that image, remember. So now same logic I want to actually apply. I copy it, and now in here after that I want to paste it. So now first of all that is our field name as the image. Here also the same name, we don't need to change anything. Then also make that sure our image manager and driver is already in here or not. I want to check it. Image manager and driver, both of this in intervention package. Here I have already loaded, because now throughout this we can have to actually resize this application. Now that will be created. Okay, so now that is fine. That is driver name will be hexadecimal unique ID. And that will be also the same. Image will be read that image, our image resize, and resize will be which one? Resize will be here. If you go, I have already saved it. That should be as a 306 and 481, right? So now I want to update it. So that will be as a 306, and that will be our height will be as a 481. Okay, here I successfully updated as per our expectation ratio. Expected ratio as a 306, 306 and 481. That will be saved in our upload. I want to create the new folder as a apps. Into this apps folder area by the new name that will be updated, and save URL that will be upload in our apps folder. That will be by the new name that will be saved. So now better I want to create this folder. I want to go to our project in our public upload folder. Here I want to create on the new folder, and I just name that folder as a apps. Here that should be uploaded. Great. Now that is fine. Okay, that is also fine. And also resize application, if you want to implement it, that will be here. You can actually implement it, that things in particular that here. Right now this will be not needed. I want to simply remove it. Okay, here I want to remove it. Now after that I have already done this work before. I want to put on the if condition area, that is a file as exist. Remember, that means it should be also remove our existing image. That will be as a public will be as a path. That was a public path, and into this public path area here, that is our app. I have already taken it with this variable. So now with this, I want to do and access that our field name, our existing image as the image, right here. If you go, our field name here as a image. Now that is the image that should be unlink. So I want to make it as a unlink method. Here I want to do and to call it unlink will be from where, from to this our public path from to the public path, and that is our app, and from to the app images, that existing image that will be delected. Okay, that means that will be unlink. Great. So now I want to simply update this information. So that is actually our app data. So here after that I want to simply update that. Okay, update that our database in our new image URL. So I make it as a app. With this app, I want to simply update with the update method, and in here that is actually our field name, our database field name as the image, and this image will be which one? This image will be our, that is the save URL, and that is the save URL I want to simply add it in particular data area, which is fine. And here I want to simply add it, and then I want to return it. So that will be as a return will be as a response, okay, PONSE response. Return response will be as a JSON data, JSON, and that is the JSON I want to simply pass it as a success. Okay, that will be as a success, and success will be as a true, that will be as a true. And then I want to load that our image underscore URL, that will be the image URL, and this image URL area here I want to use it as an asset. Okay, that will be the asset will be our save. Okay, I name it as that is the save URL. Here I want to simply pass it, and then that should be also display our message. I want to display the message, and message will be here. I want to make it, which type of message will be displayed, like as the image updated successfully, FULLY. Okay, successfully, this type of one of the message, then that should be displayed. Perfect. Now here after that I want to simply, that is actually our end of this method. Here after that I want to return this. I want to return, and that will be as a response. Return response will be one of the JSON file. So that will be the JSON, and JSON will be like as a success, and success will be, I want to make it, and that will be as a false. That will be as a false, and also I want to make it as a message. Message should be display as a image. Okay, image upload fail. Okay, so that will be as a fail. Rather than that will be displayed as a fail, and also you can pass some of the status code like as a 400. Okay, so that's all. That is on the JSON data. Here I simply pass it. So now if everything okay, this image that should be also updated. Now I want to check it, click as a save all, and here is getting one of the issues in which line, that is our app. Okay, into this app, that is our update method, and that is our image. You can see that should be obviously like this. Okay, so that will be like this. Here I want to update, click as a save all. Now everything is look like fine. I want to run that our PHP artisan optimize I running successful. Everything is look like fine. Now I want to go to that our project, into the project front end. Here I want to and now I want to use it like here. Actually this not display anything, it because of all. Here I want to go to that our app, into this app plate area. Here if you go to that our top, I have already put one of the style as a display as a none, right? So now right now I want to do for the first image, I want to remove this one, and now I click as a save all. Now that should be display there is the input field type. Here if you refresh it, now that is successfully visible, and here I want to check it, our image is uploaded or not. Here I want to go our information, that is our demo images. Like here I want to use this one, I select it. Now let's check this out. Yes, you can see that is the image is now successfully uploaded. And if you go to that our database, if you refresh it, perfectly image is uploaded. Okay, and if you go to that our upload folder, apps folder, that is successfully uploaded with our appropriate file structure dimension that I have set it as a 306/481. Now that is fine. So here it's now fine. I want to better make it as a Control Z. Here now I want to make this our style as a display that should be as a none. Click as a save all. For the first image, actually we have to add it like that way. Now that is fine. That should be not display. If you now refresh it, that is really great. So now is from here you can update that our title, you can update that our description. If you click it, both of these that should be updated as a 111 and there is a 1. And now also you can update that image. Click it in here, whatever the image you will be selected, you can select it. That is successfully uploaded. Okay, and if you still now refresh it, that should be always the same. And if you go, that is replaced with our old image with the new image. That means every functionality actually work. How much interactive, right? Here we successfully done it without loading. Everything is happening. Great. So here also we successfully done this job, friend. I hope you like it very much in Laravel, how you can handle these things very smart way into the modern web application. I hope you like it. Great. So now here almost everything I have done it for our home page, and in our home page everything is totally dynamic. Some of the tags I have already left it for you, but rest of everything is totally dynamic. Great. So next video I want to start to work for our about page. Into this about page as menu, there is a company profile, the team. Next video I will execute our team page, and into this team page area I will load another new page that will be for the team. So how can do this work? Next video step by step I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.